And I think we're live again. It's Vic here. Hello. How are you all tonight? The end of another hard week. It's the weekend. It's Friday night. And it's Dram night for a lot of people. I'm sure many of you out there are getting ready to hear a wee dram or two. I was just thinking tonight, this is should be one of the busiest nights for Christmas parties and office parties and stuff like that. But not a lot of that going on this year. So you're just as well being inside and having a wee dram with Vic. So I hope you've got a dram tonight. I'm going to be going through my Maltesers whiskey selection pack again. It's starting to feel really light. We're on to the 11th dram, 11th night, 11th? Is that right? Aye. 11 nights in a row where we've had a wee dram out of this boxy for the really good whiskey company. Really been enjoying it. Loving seeing all your comments and seeing what you're all up to. So that's great. So thanks for joining me again tonight. Got what looks like a really special one tonight. Going to really look forward to it. What I've got is the Carn Glentauchers 2010, a 9-year-old sherry Puncheon. So an awful lot of information on the box here. It's from Carn. That's an independent bottler owned by Morrison Scotch Whisky Distillers. They've kind of rebranded themselves. Used to be Morrison Mackay. Rebranded themselves recently. Rebranded the Carn range. And it's a cracking looking bottle now. Nice looking label. It's kind of been modernised and jazzed up. If any of you know Carn, remember Carn, you'll probably remember this type of bottle. I don't know if you can see it with a light there. It's not very good, is it? I really like these. A lot of folk don't like the labels and that. It's too simple. But I love this. Simple bottle, simple label, cracking whiskey. But it's been rebranded and they've altered the bottle, altered the label, made it a bit more modern, jazzed up. And I really like it. And I've got one of these tonight. It's the Glentauchers. So that's a lesser known distillery from our near Keith. I remember going to Glentauchers as a lad when I used to work for Diageo. And I was in the lab. And one of my jobs, one of the best jobs, was to drive around Speyside and pick up other lab samples. I used to do that all day Wednesday and on a Friday afternoon. It was a great job to get if you got picked to go and do the lab run. So used to go to Glentauchers. It used to be a Diageo Guinness SMD site, what you want to call it. Then it left the fold. But we used to pick up samples from it for a few years after it was sold. So I used to go there and pick up the samples for the lab. I've tasted a few Glentauchers in the past, but they've always been ex-bourbon casks. A couple of Gordon MacPhails, I think, and a Carn. This one is interesting because it's from a sherry Puncheon, and it's not a sherry Puncheon finish. It was in the sherry Puncheon for the full 9 years. Now, some of you might think, well, it's quite a young whiskey, but 9? No, it's coming on a bit. So I'm really looking forward to that because I've liked the Glentauchers I've had in the past. And as I said a couple of nights ago, I'm back on my journey to explore and enjoy sherry cask whiskies. Now, I had one a few nights ago that I wasn't impressed with. So I've kind of gotten better hopes for this one. Haven't put my hopes up too high like I did the last time. A wee bit disappointed. But I'm looking forward to trying this one. So, Glentauchers 9-year-old sherry Puncheon from the Carn series. It's reasonably dark for a 9-year-old. Not a huge amount of colour there. So quite light gold. And then on the nose, you know what? It's not a sherry bomb. It's not a sherry bomb. There is that little bit of wood there. And that smell I sometimes get, I kind of describe it as a musty warehouse. That kind of musty, woody, warehousey kind of smell. Not unpleasant if you've ever been in a dunnage warehouse. But I kind of get those off sherry casks, but not a huge amount off this one. And it's kind of fruity. red apples, tiny bit of raisin, a little bit, maybe, and kind of bit of cherry, maybe. But not a huge sherry bomb. Good, let's have a taste. Oh, that's delicious. Really good. Surprisingly strong in vanilla. A little bit spicy, sweet. Again, there's that red apples. Not so much dark dried fruits, but fresh fruits. There's kind of toffee notes there, creamy toffee. I would hazard a guess that this sherry puncheon is American oak and not European. There's not a lot of tannins, not a huge dry mouth feel. And it's got that vanilla finish that you can get right through your mouth and your nose. There's that vanilla finish that I get off American oak. It's absolutely delicious. Oh, that's wonderful. I've had the privilege of tasting a bit of Tamdhu recently, both European oak and American oak, because I know you guys are all experts out there, so I know that you'll know that sherry casks can be made from both European and American oak, and we'll give you completely different whiskies. European oak, more drying, more tannins, a bit more colour. American oak, a bit less colour, more vanilla, more fresh fruits rather than the dried fruits for the European oak. So I've been able to notice that difference in Tamdhu between the American and the European. And that's why I'm saying, if I had to put money on it, looking at the colour, 9-year-old, looking at the colour and the nose and the flavour, this tastes like American oak rather than European oak. Sherry cask, mind you, but I think it's American. But I could be wrong. It wouldn't be. Oh, now there's kind of red berries, raspberry strawberries. Oh, that was really quite interesting. Unexpected. Creme brulee, vanilla. Oh, that's fantastic. I was going to say something hugely important there, but it's gone right out of my head. What was I talking about? Oh, never mind. Doesn't matter. I'm getting stuck up in the whiskey, so I forgot what I was going to say there, but it was going to be really important. Cracking whiskey. That was the Carn More. Really impressed with that. Carn More, Glentauchers, 2010, 9-year-old sherry puncheon. 47.5% ABV actually this one. Now, it didn't feel like that because that is so smooth going down. There's absolutely no burn whatsoever there. That is a delightful dram. Really enjoyed it. So that's my whiskey for tonight. I'm away through to watch, I think it's Avatar in our sitting room tonight. That's the festive film that we're going to be watching tonight. So I might have a dram or two with that as well. So whatever you're doing tonight, do it responsibly. Uncle Vic is telling you, be a responsible drinker. Enjoy your drams. Enjoy your weekend. Or enjoy your Saturday. And I will see you tomorrow when we are on week 12. Week 12, day 12. Where are we? Oh, interesting. We're on to single grain tomorrow. We haven't had a single grain whiskey yet. Old particular Port Dundas. Oh, Port Dundas doesn't even stand anymore. I do believe it's been flattened. I used to have to go there and get quizzed by the distillers because my malt wasn't good enough when I sent it to them. That'll bring back some memories, Port Dundas. So we've got single grain Scotch whiskey, old particular Port Dundas, 13-year-old, and it's a 48.4. Man, we've had some strong whiskies in this selection box. So that's what I've got for you tomorrow night. I will see you around about the same time, 7 o'clock, 7:30. So have a great night. Have a really good Saturday. Enjoy your drams tonight if you're having some, and I will see you tomorrow. So sleep well, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye, folks. See ya.